We are back at it with another episode of Nick versus Everybody. And with me today, once again, my twin brother, Nate the Great, a.k.a. Doc Ladaga, hotter than a pot of lava.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me.
What up, man?
Appreciate you.
What up? What up, doe?
It's that
happy birthday.
It's that birthday feeling.
It's a special podcast. Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. As some of you may not know, me and Nate are twins, and therefore we have the same birthday. And today is our birthday. This will release a little bit later on, but it is April 1st. This is not an April Fool's joke. Is my bit that I tell everybody at work, and I get a lot of you know those corporate jokes, like when you work with coworkers and it's just like not good jokes, but you know that it's gonna kill because everybody has to laugh just to not make it uncomfortable.
It's so easy. But what you have to do it in stages, because they usually say, "Oh yeah, it's my birthday," and they're like, "April 1st?" I'm like, "Yeah, isn't that crazy?" But guess what? I'm also a twin. Isn't that even crazier? And they're like taken aback, and it leads to a whole conversation. It's super easy, and we're lucky that we get to use that every year. Super easy to
it's
play.
A yearly bit. Yeah, just feel how my mom felt. Wasn't a
exactly. Oh, was it a big surprise? And then sometimes I pretend like she didn't know, so it's better for the story and people I'm never going to see again.
She knew her belly was big, but she thought it was normal. It was her first kid. She had
never had an ultrasound.
Never.
No.
Just like when you when you were younger, when you would see how far you could take a lie all the time and just try to say, people would just gullible all the time. Yeah, the doctors, her OB, all the doctors, they knew that the due date was April 1st, so they just made it a 40-week running April Fool's joke. Actually, it was really crazy. No, really? No way.
Yeah, my mom went up to him and was like, "I can feel two different things kicking," and the doctors would just look at her like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. Ultrasound, one baby, 4 limbs. Crazy."
It's gonna pop out looking like that freaking what's that dude in that fighter game?
Mortal Kombat.
Where he has like 9 arms. Mortal Kombat when he has like 4 arms.
I forget who that is. Very much like that.
It comes out and it's like, ready, fight, finish it. Literally us coming out of the womb, just ready, fight.
It was like that early on. We were fighting all the time. We'd bite each other. We'd scratch and claw each other's faces. That was a different phase. That's probably not too. That's probably not too unique for siblings at all of any age. But I think when you're twins, it's just even more likely, is my assumption. Just fighting so much and physical, like hurting each other type of thing.
Yeah, just imagine being around someone 24/7 all the time.
Your entire life.
Your entire life. If you're not annoyed at some point, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty much. And so yeah, it's a nice day out here in California. This is one of the very few birthdays we haven't been able to spend physically with each other, but I'm glad that we were able to knock this down and spend a little time together on our birthday and share it with the world.
No kidding. 32, that's a big year.
Yeah.
I remember like a few weeks ago, I think I like woke up in the middle of the night and was like, I'm almost 40. Just like one of those thoughts. Like, oh no, that's a horrible feeling. Like, did I accomplish enough so far? Or, all those thoughts I think everybody will have eventually. But like 32 is still so far from that. And I was talking to Claire recently. I'm reflecting a lot, and I really think I'm like in the prime of my life right now. Being young was great. You're up all night, you're studying, you're grinding, you're having fun, all the energy in the world. But then like all these other things start adding up when you get older. You get like established in a career. I have a great family. I have a nice house. I just have a 1-year-old who's perfect. My career is great. Money doesn't stress me out quite as much as it did in my 20s anymore. I feel healthy. I'm just like, I don't see anything bad right now. This like feels like a very prime type of feeling.
Yeah, 1,000%. I feel like there's less to worry about, or like there was always in your 20s. You're like, all right, going to college. What is college going to be like? All right, what's my career going to be like? All right, you're a poor, broke college kid.
Mm-hmm.
What's you really didn't know what the future had. You're looking for a girlfriend. You don't, you know what I mean? It's like everything is like uh temporary almost. It's just like you don't
Mm-hmm.
nothing's established, right? Nothing's set in stone. It's all there's so many possibilities, there's so much things going down. But yeah, you're right. When you get to where we're at right now, where like I think about it all the time, like I got nothing to worry about,
Mm-hmm.
in a good way.
all those
Everything.
all those things back in your 20s is like you're on the journey, you're chasing that endpoint, girlfriend, wife, or spouse, whoever you're into, career,
Mhm.
studying. Okay, I finally got to get to my career. Anything else that goes, making money, I want to get to this spot financially, that sort of thing. And then now we're here, we've kind of made that endpoint to what I imagined back when I was 20. I think I'm at that endpoint. Not to say that I'm like done. I'm like, there's still more to progress, more to keep
That's not in
going.
our DNA.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not in
But
our DNA just to chill.
it feels good now when you reflect back, like, oh, I'm at that spot right now that I was hopeful to be in 10 years ago. This is good. Things are
Yeah.
on the right path.
Yeah. And made a lot of good decisions um in those years to get to the point that we're at right now. And that's what I think of a lot of times. I think about all that we've done in 32 years is more than a lot of people do, especially when you think about the jobs that we have had, the
Mm-hmm.
things that we've seen, the amount of traveling we've done, the amount of people we've met,
Mm-hmm.
uh, your whole med school journey, meeting all those friends and going through all that stuff, and the Michigan days of
Mm-hmm.
that I was lucky enough to experience with you. Just think about the Filipino
I
Association
reflect on that all
uh,
the time.
all the
Filipino
time.
shirt on.
Yeah, so when you look back and look at all the freaking memories that we honestly were created and got lucky and also like made it happen type of
Mm-hmm.
deal. I feel like the journey so far has been very dense and very rich, and I think about that all the time.
100%. A lot of, I forgot who told me this one time, but like, we've lived a lot of years past what our age is, just based on the number of
Hmm.
experiences, emotions, events you've been through, and that's a cool feeling. And it's not
Hmm.
even close to being done. Hopefully, right?
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
technically we lived to 90. This is a third of our life essentially. Like we have 60 more years of memories to build or events and things to do.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's like when you're like back in the day, we were making moves like, all right, when I'm 32, like we I feel like both of me and you are long-term thinkers. We think long-term a lot of times when it's based on the decisions that we make. Um and I think that we are enjoying those decisions now
Mm-hmm.
that we've made, and now we're looking at, like you just said, 40s, 50s, 60s, like what are we doing right now to make sure that those times we look back and we're just like in the same place again, of just like so many memories, so many good times, and we're allowed to just hang out and not have much worry other than just enjoying life, enjoying the kids,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying our wives, you know, all that good stuff. And I mean, we both, me and you, both continue to work out because we know, like, all right, 40 is not going to look. 40 is not going to be fun, but we can make it better. 50 is not going to be fun, but we can make it
Mm-hmm.
better just by staying healthy and all those things and being proactive.
Yeah, it's so sad when you think of there's so many people like I gotta save money for retirement, save money for retirement. I work myself till I'm like ragged and then I retire and then I'm good. And then you get to like
Mm-hmm.
55, 60, whatever, whenever you retire, and you're like, your body just isn't in it. You can't like
Mm-hmm.
travel because you don't feel great, or like your health is a problem. Or unfortunately, there are people out there that like have a major accident, disability. Some people die, unfortunately, before they can enjoy the fruits of their labors. And you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I don't want that to happen to anybody. And then so
Mm-hmm.
thinking ahead forward now is you got to take care of yourself. You can take care of your body, set yourself up for success so that you can enjoy those things in those
Mm-hmm.
decades where your body's going to start shutting down on you.
It's
And
already starting,
yeah,
but yeah. uh,
you gotta make that deterioration as slow as possible. Super, super slow.
right. And I acknowledge like those things are my fault in a way. I don't like being like, oh, I'm just old. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
But you're also doing nothing about it. And I think COVID really, I didn't do a good job during COVID of staying flexible,
Mm-hmm.
staying strong, and staying in shape, because getting out of COVID and trying to go back to playing sports and stuff, things are breaking a lot easier than I remember,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to get back to strengthening my body, which I did pretty good this past like since COVID, but still not what it used to be, and I think a lot of that is. I like to think it's my fault and I can do something about it.
Yeah, it brings up when I first moved here to Ludington. I, I hadn't played basketball in a while, and I like to clear your head, just shoot by yourself. Any like pavement court and like a hoop, I don't care what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
like it was the first time I was like, I'm getting old. I think my body is just like not great.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I'm out there by myself. Feels great, nice day. I don't even lace my shoes up all that great. Like I'm just kind of like jogging around. I take like a couple dribbles, tap, 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 feeling myself like, oh, this feels good. I go up for a layup and I'm looking at the ball up at the hoop, and then I just turn my ankle and fall to the ground. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
and like I swear this thing, like I feel it pop, right? And I'm like, oh no, what happened? What happened? Hurts so bad on the
Yeah.
ground for 10 minutes. I like lace it up, my shoe like really tight, and then I just like walk back to my car and go back home.
Just like hobble
And then I
back,
just
just
like ice it for
defeated.
3 days. I lay it up. I'm just like, all right, 30s is a different beast. I should be more careful. Like I need to be better to myself.
And it kind of sucks because I've like stopped playing basketball. I was playing once a week on a Sunday for a few months before the wedding, and my knees were have never been worse during that wedding.
Yeah,
Uh, like I couldn't, like those Shanti workouts that we used to
yeah.
do, where
Mhm.
you do like the shuffles and like the
Those
squat, stand
insanity
up, squat,
things.
stand up. I couldn't, like, it was painful to do that at that time. It's just those things. But I kept on playing and kept on playing, and I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. I need to take a step back and like try to strengthen myself uh more, like after the reception the next morning. um I or the next day, I went to the our next hotel and just iced my knees,
Really.
and I could not dance really during the honeymoon because I was in so much pain. Like I danced a little bit, but it was just like, all right, I'm just gonna have to chill. Like that's how bad they were.
You
It was
sold out. You
embarrassing. I was
sold
like
out for the wedding.
30,
Yeah.
yeah, 31 years old, and then after that I was like, all right, I need to just relax, and now it's starting to get a little bit. I have just been chilling on my legs, and it's almost like, all right, do I just start golfing now? Is like basketball over
Uh-huh.
because I just can't do it. I feel like every single time I play basketball now, it's like my shoulder goes like pull a little muscle in my shoulder, like it's like
Yeah.
ligament stuff mostly. The other day I woke up and I just started like hacking up a lung, and like my back muscle pulls. I'm like, what?
And just weird things
uh,
that happen. But basketball is such an unnatural like movement sport. It's not like unique in that sense. There's a lot of sports that are just like unnatural movements that you don't do unless you're doing it all the time. So you like get on the
mhm,
court for the first time in a long time. You're like moving your body in ways that you don't expect to. Like weird back muscles, shoulder muscles. They're like freaking out because you haven't done this in so long, and things start pulling and snap and breaking. It's just not great.
And how me and you are built is like 100.
Mm-hmm.
Go 100.
Mm-hmm.
And like when we're playing defense, it's fight over the screen. And my muscles are. I feel like my muscles still can hit 100
Mm-hmm.
and all that good stuff. But like the joints are giving out. Like the ligaments are the ones that the
the
shit that's going
connection,
out.
the
Like it's
connection to the
the
bones.
connection ain't good. Like I just like yeah, like and when I'm playing defense, I mean my knees take on a lot of stress just contorting and
Yeah.
just trying to get like push off and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just like, dude, you can't go 100 like off. Like you need to
Yeah.
get some strengthen us a little bit before it, because they can still go. It's just they can't go for a long time before just something goes.
Did you get injured when we tried to do that vertical jump workout a couple years ago? Did you hurt yourself at all?
My knee started to get sore, but it wasn't as bad. But it was. They definitely do get. I think it. Yeah, they do definitely get sore.
I swear, I think I like
But I
stress fractured my leg trying to do all that stuff. It just like,
which bone? Your shins?
yeah, like my upper shin or like the proximal tibia for anybody out there that's going to check me on anatomy. But you like do this like, yeah, man, we're gonna dunk before we're 30. So this is COVID. We both like pitch in on this vertical jump workout that you can do from home or wherever. And so just like
Yeah.
cramming lunges and box jumps and pogo
It was
hops.
weight for no weights. It was a lot of body weight jumping, just trying to get and stretching and stuff. But yeah.
So I did that over and over and over again, and it set, like my knee it just kept hurting, just kept hurting, just kept hurting. And I swear, just like this will not heal. I can't move. I can't like jump at all anymore. I need to take some time off. It wasn't until I took like 8 weeks off from not doing it anymore that I could like, wow, the pain's actually getting better. I swear it was like some weird stress fracture or like horrible tendonitis. It just that was another reminder of the body ain't what it used to be. You got to like do this stuff intentionally and like listen to your body so that stuff like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and like slowly you gotta do squats. Like you gotta do all those the weight training. You have to. I think they recommend doing weight training like twice a week, and then like heart stuff like at least 3 times a week or something like that.
There's always a balance.
Cardio and even when you get old, like they say to like do 5-pound like weights if you have to, but strength training is always important to keep the bones strong and then all that good stuff. But yeah, I haven't been doing so. Yeah, I think that what was it? It's almost it's April, so we are about 4 months away from the new baby coming, and so I'm gonna make it a point in these next 4 months. I mean, I've been doing stuff already, but since January, which sucks because like I was doing it like really really good, and then an injury would come up, and then it's just like, all right, my shoulder's messed up, but I'm gonna still like bench until it like hurts, and then like it's annoying because I want to go, but like sometimes I just got to be like, all right, just chill.
Listen.
Do it with my shoulder.
Yeah, we got to listen to our bodies. That's like the number one thing the older you get.
Yeah. So my goal is to after this birthday weekend is to. I was kind of like in a bulk phase of kind of just eating and trying to lift weights and stuff, and then these next 4 months I'm gonna cut again and try to get in a little bit more better body comp before the baby comes, so she know that her papa is savage.
Her papa can throw these things.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to get like a punching bag or something too eventually here, and try to do some workouts on my own. It's just too expensive out here, and to get like a do like a boxing class or something, and I know more than the instructor most of the time. So I'm like, what am I paying for? Just go do it like on your own. So
Hey, I know more
yeah,
than you. Shut up. Don't tell me
yeah.
how
I
to
mean,
box.
for real, yeah, exactly. But they're good because they're just like go, go, go. But like if you're self motivated, I feel like you're fine. But it's just don't be a little bitch, basically. Just do it.
The good thing is, like, you gotta not only work out for yourself, but for Rachel or when Claire was pregnant, like, there's got to be some activity that they got to be doing. It's a horribly difficult change in your body to be
Mm-hmm.
pregnant, go through that whole phase, deliver, and it's still not over. Like, your body is still not, and it might never go back to its prime for a lot of people. It's just such a
Mm-hmm.
tough thing on the bodies of women. So you and I, yeah, like, we're gonna stay fit, we're gonna stay consistent. It's not entirely possible for females, but it's so beneficial
Mm-hmm.
if like Rachel, Claire, when they work out or try to stay active as fit as possible, because you guys will discover it. Like labor and like delivery is not something that's light. Like, you need
Mm-hmm.
endurance, you need a lot of grit, you need a lot of mental strength. It's a pretty wild experience that I'll be excited when you guys get to that point and we can talk a little bit more in
Mm-hmm.
detail about it. But
Yeah.
entering with like the most as fit as possible, don't go crazy, but just
Mm-hmm.
it would be so challenging to just go into that 9 months as like a slug and then trying to get through that crazy intense experience and then the aftermath of
Yeah.
it. Super important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that I know that when I work out and create that environment of like working out, and it helps Rachel be motivated as well
Mm-hmm.
to be in that space, and so like when I'm lazy, like I know that we're both gonna be lazy. You know what I mean when it comes to that, and so yeah, Rachel's been doing her pregnancy yoga.
Perfect.
We've been trying to go on walks
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Um, and and yeah, so these next 4 months will be doing some light stuff, maybe a little bit of like weight training, just some really light ones, and just try to prepare for what we don't know. And so yeah, your insights and Claire's insights and everybody's insight is, I know that Rachel would love to talk about those things all the time, because it's such like a, we're going to a place we don't understand.
Oh
And
yeah. That's something that
uh,
everybody can relate to, is that feeling of I don't know what to expect. And it could be
mhm,
pregnancy, it could be anything else, a new job, you're traveling, something. But everybody can relate to that, and it's one of those that you can get so much advice, so many people telling you like what to do, what to expect, and it's
mhm,
those types of experiences that you like can't get prepared. You just have to go through it. You have to experience it firsthand
mhm,
in that moment, and then things are going to
yeah,
click. Then things are going to be like
mhm,
coming to light. So it's good to talk to a bunch of people, and then at the end of the day, it's just like you guys are going to go through it, and you're going to be there together, and you're going to support Rachel, and you're going to have a good
mhm.
team, and things turn out well.
Yeah, my mindset has always been like, if you have the confidence to be like, I'll figure it out, then no matter what comes your way or the unknown, then it's just like, we'll figure it out. I've been telling people all the time, like, you can read a million books, you can get advice from 900 million people, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And but your ability to figure it out, and all the things that come with that, like that's where I'm at anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, are you ready? No, I don't think anybody's ever ready, but we'll figure it out when it happens. And that might, to some people, that might be like kind of weird to hear,
Mm-hmm.
of like, oh, this guy's not taking it serious or whatever. It's like, not, and then that's not the case,
Mm-hmm.
but that's kind of like all you can do, in my mind. Especially with you being a doctor and stuff, this COVID thing, the one thing that kind of irks me a little bit sometimes is like when people give advice about kids or childbirth or pregnancy, and it's just to me, they're just kooks. Like they're just talking crazy. You know what I mean? And like, so it's they read something on the internet,
Sure,
or
yeah.
they read some book by someone that's like nothing. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And out here in California, there's like some hippie stuff going on all the time, and all these things, and this, that, and the other. And yeah, it's kind of like the same COVID thing. Like if someone tells me something, it's like, all right, yeah, okay, I'll throw it somewhere, and maybe, I don't know, like, but yeah, there's a lot of, it's hard to get advice from people or whatever sometimes, because like it goes back to credibility and things, and everybody's different,
Yeah.
every child's different, all those things, and yeah, it's a weird, rocky ocean to navigate through.
Everybody's an expert in their like own head about their own experience, so they like to pass their advice to others. Because people, we
Mm-hmm.
like to connect. That's what social beings do as humans. You want to, at the heart of you, you want to help other people, but you also want to show people that you're of value, and so your advice is of value too. So I think
Mm-hmm.
there's a tough balance to be like, this is my experience. I want the best for you, and not being like, this is what you should be doing. This is what you will have to
Mm-hmm.
do. This is what you will expect. If you don't do this, it's
Mm-hmm.
wrong. And there's just like
Mm-hmm.
anything else in the world, it's somewhere in the middle. Like it's not on this side, it's not on this side. The answer is somewhere kind of in
Mm-hmm.
the middle. And so
Yeah.
you take all that, you take your own experience, and you figure it out. You guys will get through all of
Mm-hmm.
it just fine.
And I think when people think of concepts or ideas or whatever, I don't think they think about probability enough
Mm-hmm.
a long time. So one person experience is one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of, so, and what they may see as the 99 is actually the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is extremely important. You really got to look into this. You really have, it's like, all right, that's like what, a 1% chance of happening. There's so many other things that's on my priority list. You know what I mean? That type of thought.
Anecdotal data, just what people's
Anecdotal.
experiences. Cannot speak for everybody.
Right. Oh, I read this article, I read this article, and they made a great argument.
Yeah.
Everybody can make something sound good, and I think when they get whimsical, and they get fairy tale fairy tale
Yeah.
and all those things, when they bring that in, if that is the driver of the decision, me and you are built different to think differently than that, and that's how I see sometimes when people are, talking to Rachel or whatever. It's like, yeah, and that sounds like they're trying to make a movie, and life's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you need to get every single one of these products on this list for your baby after they're born, or you're gonna fail. It's like you need this item specifically. You need this bottle warmer that does all this. You need this. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
man, name a product for a baby. There's something better than it out there. And
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
people didn't have these 50 years ago. And the babies
yeah.
turn out okay. Like you'll figure it out. There's ways that makes life easier, which is great if you
Mm-hmm.
have the means. None of it is a necessity, but
Yeah,
everybody thinks they have the answer, and again, they
like you
make
need
it.
these things, and yeah, yeah,
It's nice to have
or
things that make your life easier, but if
mm-hmm.
you don't have it, like you're going to figure it out.
Yeah, it's yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation on TikTok, and I just want to bring. Oh, here's the thing. Oh, great idea and great theory, poor execution.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to bring awareness. If anybody starts a video with, I just want to bring awareness to something, right? Right. It's the 1%. You know what I mean? And people get, I just want to make like, this is possible. Like that's the thing. This is possible, but it makes it seem like it's the 99%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this could go wrong. Like, or like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like on TikTok, it's always that I just want to bring awareness to this. This could happen. People don't know that this can happen, and this is important because it happened to me, and that makes it the 99.
Mhm.
And they make it so compelling and so dramatic, and then people are like, maybe I should, maybe I should worry about that. Oh
I
no,
never.
and they really get worked up and all those things, and it's just like probably not
we
to worry about.
we see that a lot, of course, in like the medical community, where we can use COVID because that's an easy example. But hey, there's all these studies that are being done about medications for COVID, what actually helps, who needs to be hospitalized, what do the vaccines do, what are the like, name it. It's been done. Like things are being studied, and then somebody, Joe Schmo, don't care, posts about something. They think they found the answer that all the medical community has not seen. They found that piece of data that everybody else. I found it. I found it. I have the answer. And those are tough. Those are tough because yes, there are answers out there that we still need to find, but the way they come to answers is not the way that science works. There's a whole process. You have to fact check. You have to study things. You have to test and retest, and you can't take shortcuts. And I think that's where a lot of misinformation, not even just for medical, but for a lot of other things, people try to take shortcuts to find a simple answer when most things are very complicated and there is no clear answer a lot of times.
It has to be really tough too because I feel like a lot of people don't understand medicine and therefore don't trust doctors, and there's the whole system that is not great, and people are being taken advantage of because of money and stuff like that and all these things, right? So there's a lot of mistrust. So they're like, I don't trust my doctor, so I need to look after myself and I need to do my own research.
Mm-hmm.
But the things that they're looking up are usually not doctors, and there are different levels of doctors, right? It's not just everybody is all at the same level, right? But the things that you get into real and you see most of the time are people writing about something that are just people with good grammar, right? And did research on their own, and they might not even understand it themselves, right? So they're writing about something that they don't have a background in, but because they did their own research, right? They seem like they know enough and write an article that other people read, and therefore, you know what I mean? It just goes down a path where credibility matters when you read these things, and I don't think a lot of people check that.
Yep, opinion pieces or blog posts. Yes, people out there can write those well and have good fact checking abilities. I'd say not many of them though, and that's part of what's easier to project to the public is our articles written in that way. And then they'll quote things. A study did this, and that, and then just in the article that's they just touch on it. But then you go to the resources, you look at that actual article, and you actually, if you know how to critically appraise studies, literature, you're like, that's actually not what their conclusion was. That's actually not what they studied, or that's not the whole story. And so people on both sides can get in trouble by doing that, where you synthesize this whole piece of data, you pick out the piece that you'd like to hear, you put it in your article, makes your argument. And so, like I said, in most things in this world, the answer is somewhere in the middle. Like both sides are guilty of it, and it's hard for people to really nowadays know what's fact, what's really true, what's been confirmed. It's not easy to do. There's not enough training of how to do that. I hope schools nowadays are training kids on how to do this, how to go through the websites and how to look at things in that detail.
And all studies are not the same, right? I did exactly what you just said one time. I read this article. It was talking about something. I clicked the link to the article. You had to pay to read it, so it just gave like the clip notes of it, the summary on the first page. But in that summary, it said we did a study of 12 people.
They all died after getting the vaccine.
Like 12 people. But in the article it says a recent study has shown that a recent study of 12 people,
Yeah.
like your whole article's crap at that point.
Or like animals or in the lab.
Like in school, we used to write reports, right? Where it would make an argument and then make a counter argument,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is what I found. That's fine to say, this is what I found a recent study has done. This is the for and the of why you should and why you should not listen to it, right? That's normal. I mean, that would be the way to
Mm-hmm.
do it, right? If you're being honest and you're trying to really help. But unfortunately, and you know this from being a doc, is I feel like you're fighting the media a lot. Because the media is going to, it's apocalypse. Everything's the 1%. Every 1% thing is the 99%, right?
Yeah, you have to catastrophize things, or else you're not going to get attention or viewership. It's not like interesting or exciting, and you get why news programs have to do that. Everything's about the bottom line. Got to get your money. Got to get viewers. Got to get time and attention. It's dude, I don't have the answers. You just try to do the best you can, and you can't. You just have to look at those things with the biggest grain of salt. Just listen, take it in. But if you can't think critically yourself, the same along the lines that you said earlier is like, I'm going to figure it out. Like you have to absorb something and just really consider it. And some people just aren't trained to critically think.
Yeah. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, I was just thinking that has to be so hard, is when someone comes into your office with already biases and in their emotions, and they're not thinking clearly, and you and they heard this, they heard that, and they're expecting you to say that you're dumb in a way, right? They're expecting you to say you're wrong, and they're ready.
Gotcha.
They're ready.
I got you. Oh my
Like
God.
it's funny because they know that everybody thinks that they're, or like a trained professional would think that they're wrong, but they're going to try to make they're come equipped with their arguments already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that has to be so annoying, I think.
Yeah, it's a challenge. So the medicine, you're in the service industry, like you're taking care of people. It's not that much different than being a server at a restaurant. You come in, you want service, I provide it. I have to be nice, I have to be kind. There has to be some satisfaction. I have to perform things for you, and then there has to be some type of conclusion to the time. And so if someone comes in and says, like, I want to get you, like, this is wrong. My family member's a nurse and they told me this. My family member's a doctor and they told me this. And then you can either take it and be like, you're absolutely wrong, and you can be mean, or you could try to be like, well, tell me more about that. Tell me more about their nursing. Tell me more about what kind of doctor they are. They're chiropractor or something, like
physical therapist.
Okay. Oh, what study were you reading? Do you mind showing me that? And they won't pull it up. It'd be like, oh, it's a Facebook link to something. You're like, okay, let's just take a step back. And there's different ways you can approach it. There's a lot of temptation to just let loose on people because we're so fatigued to hear that we're wrong or that we're evil, that we're trying to take your money. And there are people out there that probably practice that way, me not being one of them, and the majority of people are not that way. But there's times where you have the will and that day to fight the fight, and there's times you just like, I'm not going to convince anybody. Yeah. Think whatever you want. Here's what I have to offer. Here's my opinion, my professional opinion. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Be done with it. Move on.
Yeah. That's kind of how we have to do it. But I know the real Nate, and I know what goes on in your head. This is your thing. Okay. 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 Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Are we done?
I won't break HIPAA laws, but recently a patient, he or she, very old or very young, who knows what the age of the patient was, called me an ass. And I was not like super mean, but I would not let them
Uh-huh.
have that on me. So we had an exchange. They left upset. It's just the way it was.
You're like smiling as they're leaving, makes them more mad, just more mad, more mad. Oh my god!
Just someone that could
Yeah.
not be reasoned with all the reasoning in my ability, and just cut it off and just you can leave now type of situation.
Hey man, why'd you come in then? You came here to get a professional's help. Why'd you come in then?
They came to pick a fight, is what I settled on. They came to pick a fight of some kind.
It has to be so frustrating.
Yeah, part of it.
I don't know if I would have the patience to. I've had some weird interactions before. I've been told I hate women.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm at the rec center, I'm just scanning cards, man.
Yeah.
And you don't have your card. And they tell me you can't go in unless you have your card. And this is for everyone, not just you. And you know what? Only men in here allowed. Because I work here, only men are allowed to work out here. I get paid $12 an hour to scan cards and to be the person to say who can and who can go in, who can't, right? So he's like, "Can I talk to the manager?" I'm like, "Well, I kind of am the manager, but I can go back and you can talk to someone else, like whatever." So she comes out and she starts talking to the manager like, "I hate like this person hate like it must be because I'm a woman. I hate women like, this that," and I'm just like, "Dude, I get paid $12 an hour. That's it."
That's one of the times where you just like. The manager? Oh, okay. You just like spin in your chair all the way around, like, "Hi, I'm the manager. Can I help you?" Or you pull out you pull out a new name tag that just shows manager, and you say, "That's me."
do the Cameron. Yeah, it's so annoying. Like, obviously not. I'm not your enemy person. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I like to think we've only
annoying.
gotten wiser in our 32 years. The 24-year-old versions of us would let loose and that sort of thing on people, but we're not. We're wiser than that now.
Yeah, I kind of make it worse because like I stay happy and smile through all those situations, which makes it worse.
100%.
They're looking for a reaction, and when they can't get a reaction out of you, and they can't control you in any way, that's when it like, because that's their manipulation thing, right? They start attacking you personally, and they think that you're gonna fold, and when you're just like, "Sorry, ma'am," it's just like, "Ma."
So true. Nothing's worse. Nothing's worse for somebody who's mad at you to get a smile back and just like sarcastic comment or something along those lines.
Yeah, they want to be able. By me saying she can't come in, she's like, "Oh my god, this person controls me. This person controls me. I got to do something to where I feel like I have power over them." And when you don't give it to them, like even more livid. People are messed up, man. But yeah, crazy times. But yeah, it's our birthday, and I thought that you sent me some gifts. I thought that I should open them.
Please do. I want to see
live
the
on
reaction.
Camp. Which one should I open first?
Probably. Which one you got? You got both of them.
Yeah.
Do the one on your left, the white package first.
All right, cool.
I think it'll be kind of difficult to see, but on camera.
All right.
More than the other one.
All right. Okay. Looks like a shirt.
It's for your dad. You got to level up. It's a dad shirt.
The dad shirt.
So there's a pouch in the front.
Explain it.
There's a pouch in the front to put a little newborn baby.
So it just looks like a black shirt, right?
Yeah.
but in the front, you're right. It does have like a kangaroo pouch in it. It's all black, so it's hard to see on camera. You're right, but it looks like it has some magnets.
Yeah,
Or are these magnets to close it up?
yeah, they kind of just
And like
secure it.
it reminds me of like scrubs, like doctor scrubs, almost in a way. But yeah, you can put the baby in the shirt.
I was gonna
Oh, there's a
say
picture.
you should put it on and get like your cat and put Keikos in your pouch or a stuffed animal or
Yeah.
something.
Nice. Sick. Do you have one of these?
I wanted one actually. I have a sweatshirt
You want
version of
one?
it. The sweatshirt was more expensive, and I think
Uh-huh.
it's not as good as that T-shirt.
Uh-huh.
It's
It seems pretty
sweet.
like strong.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. It's a pretty decent. It's
material
a
seems
decent brand. It was a good amount of money as well, so I think there's going to be some value in it. I
sick.
think it's V-neck too, so it also
Nice.
has like a style component to it. The sweatshirt I have is like frumpy.
Oh yeah.
It's like frumpy and
I
looks kind
like
of
that
strange.
deep V. I need that deep V. No, don't.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Sorry, you can't use it immediately. You'll have to wait a couple months, but put the
What do you
cat
mean?
in it.
I have Keikos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could put snacks in it for now. Okay, put Code Red.
There you
Put some
go.
ice in there. It's like a cooler.
You're walking around town like,
Cooler
oh,
combos.
you have a baby in there? Nope.
Nice. And then Rachel could probably use it as like as a sleeping hoodie too with the baby. She could probably just be big. No, that's dope. How big? So this is like probably fit a newborn in here.
Yeah, I think the directions have it in there. They're probably
How to use the dad chair.
It's probably up to like 10 or 15 pounds. Anything more than that, it's not going to be.
Nice.
Not be
Yeah,
protective.
So Rachel and I have been talking about, okay, too big when you have to wear a tank or bra. Nice. Good to know. Under your soothe shirt because the V-neck sinks too low when your baby is in the pouch.
Oh, that's
The armholes pull down substantially when your baby is in the pouch. So there's not like a weight. It's just like, all right, when these things happen.
when it looks like it's stretching off your body.
Yeah, when it's like, all right, this thing's going to rip, then it's no good. Nice. Yeah, Rachel's been looking at baby carriers too. Actually, we just got one off Facebook, a good brand or whatever. But yeah, this is sweet. These pictures remind me of what me and Rachel have been talking about. Is when the baby's brand new and they look like they're doing cannonballs all the time. They're like, Rachel calls it like scrunched up or whatever, but they just look like they're about to do a cannonball. And so that's where my mind immediately went, like putting one in when they're like. That's what they do with their hands too. Like that.
Dude, the times where it's going to be like 1 a.m., you feed the baby a bottle, you put her back to sleep, and you just tuck her in there, and you're just awake, and you just tuck her in, sleep in so cozy, watching TV. Like, that's going to be a very cool moment. It's very,
nice.
Very like a lovely moment to be a part of. Very peaceful.
Yeah, playing Hogwarts.
Yeah, dude, totally. Like casting spells on things while baby's sleeping. It's the exact same moment I was talking about.
Yeah. And we're twins, but I feel like that's where we're very different. Is like, and you've gotten mad at me in the past so many times. You have a beautiful explanation, right, of it. You're absolutely right. It's a great moment. It's like euphoric and it's very emotional. And I just fucking come in with a freaking dump truck.
That's not unlike how our friends have always been. Hey, we can never have a serious moment together for longer than a second. And someone has to say something totally dumb and like get laughs and just make it not serious.
Yeah. You've 1,000% gotten legitimately mad at me many times and be like, can you just be serious for 1 second? And I do that a lot with Rachel too, and trying to do some self-improvement. Need some more work on that one.
Dude, it's fine. I'm wiser now. I don't get mad over that stuff.
Yeah. Another thing that you used to do we used to fight all the time on is uh you you're a person that likes to not only be early, but like be early and also be able to like not only be early but be the first. And I'm like, all right, it's at 8, I'll be there at 7:58.
Dude, that tears me up.
I know.
I hate that.
And so when we used to drive together, we only had one car, right? I say only, like we had a car.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're twins, we're going to use the same one. And we used to go to school, and you wanted to be the very first person in the parking lot. Like, so we had a closed parking spot. So this is not just early. It's like we're one of the first people in the building early. And I'm a person like, all right, I'll walk an extra 50 feet for an extra 10, 15 minutes of sleep or just to like chill or whatever. And so you would legitimately get mad at me most of the time we were there when you wanted to be there.
Which was on time.
But the times where we were not the first in the parking lot, you were like, Nick, come on.
So the one story I can remember to this day, light bulb moment, I'm up, I'm showered, I'm eating breakfast, I'm ready to go. Nick is still not awake. And this is high school. And there's many reasons why I didn't want to be late. Who knows what it was. Most of the time it's like, first in the parking lot, it's Michigan, it's cold as balls, I'm not walking 100 feet across this dang parking lot. Just get in the building. Don't start my day off with chaos and being late. Like, I don't want this cortisol spike. I don't want all the stress. Get to the spot, chill, and then just chill, and you're there, right?
Yeah.
So Nick's done this for months, years probably, just tearing me up inside because now I have to wait for him. And so I make it.
Because we don't talk about our feelings. We just tuck that boy in until a moment.
Yeah. So I made it a point where, like, no, not today. Nick does not get the better of me. I get in our truck and I just leave. drive into school, and then I get a call from Mom. You better get back here. You better get Nick. You better get him to school. And I'm pissed. I'm so mad. I turn around, just like a bull, like seeing red. I pull into our driveway and I like hit our mailbox. So I scrape up our truck on the mailbox. And so now I'm pissed because I like broke something. I scratched our car, and it's not our truck.
No, you backed out of the driveway,
Is that what it was?
And it scraped on the way back on the left-hand side. I remember that.
All right. So clearly, in my rage, I don't remember exactly how I got sliced. But then now, Kev's probably pissed because I ruined his truck and made a whole gash in it. And then I'm just, and then I'm mad because I have to wait there while Nick is like. Coming out to the truck.
I know my reaction. I'm just like, we're just sitting there, and I don't know if I had like hot chocolate in my head or something. I could just see myself going like.
Gets in the car, probably laughing, probably smiling, and just quiet the rest of the way there, all the way to school.
I'm probably just like, hey, Mom, not going to school today. I'm all right with it. It's totally cool. It's totally fine. Nate just left or whatever. So just want to let you know that if you get a call from my thing that didn't come, that's why. But I'm okay with it. Like, it's fine. I'll go back to bed. She's like, hell no.
Drive me insane. And to this day, I can't be late to stuff. It drives me crazy when people are late or that sort of thing. It's just one of those personality things.
I remember before every day of school, people would just like sit in the hallway against the wall, right? Mm-hmm. That wall by our pod or whatever they used to call it. And we were the first ones just waiting for people to walk in.
Don't worry, guys. We got the spot. I'm here.
First in line. And I'm over there just like
no, you're drinking a Mountain Dew like a dumbass.
No chocolate milk. then my stomach 30 minutes later.
Just nutty, dude.
Oh, dude. Wild. All right. Gift number 2.
I like Redbubble so much. Like you can find so many cool personalized like
I don't know.
niche
What is
things out
Redbubble?
there. So it's a website, and you can like open your gift first, but it's a website where you just like type in my favorite anime, my favorite athlete, the band I like, and you're gonna find anything: stickers, hats, whatever, personalized stuff.
Oh, sick. Nice. It feels like a poster. Open this up. I'll be real gentle with it. Wrap this really weird. Actually, they did it really smart. Like the paper is in between it. You can see.
Yeah.
I take it back. Very smart. I'm an idiot. I gotta do it slowly.
Yeah, do your thing. I'll try not to spill the beans on what it is until you open it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I figured you need something for your backdrop there, your podcast. Probably one of the more influential groups for you is Division, DVSN.
Yeah.
And you weren't able to go to their concert recently.
Yeah, that was a bummer. So yeah, it's a Division poster for people that are not watching. It's a Division sign that looks like it's literally a Division sign that looks like it's a neon light, which is I believe that was used for their first album, September 5th. That type of vibe, and that's when I really started liking them when I lived back in Fargo. But you're right, we were going to go to the concert, and then there was like flood warnings and stuff in the area, so we had to cancel. I was super bummed out about it, but yeah, I get to add it to the backdrop here. Hell yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Dope. Did I tell you what me and Rachel want to do with our future basement? So we want to create like a bar or something like that, like Bub did, but we want it to make it feel like you're walking down the street of like Tokyo with a bunch of neon signs, like a bunch of restaurants and neon signs type of deal, where it's like dark, but there's a bunch of neon signs and it looks all like Tokyo and stuff like that. So,
it's a good idea. Let's go. Put that up there.
Yeah.
Show.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, show the people what I got you.
If you don't know, that's Goku slurping some noodles. He's got his chopsticks in his hand.
Yeah.
He just kind of sits up here and watches where we eat.
Oh, yeah.
I need more DBZ stuff is what I was thinking the other day, so I'm really excited that I got something here in my house now.
Yeah, show the cup. The cup's dope.
Yeah, then Nick got me this pretty sweet, very like, can't really find this, I bet you, that many places, but it seems like an authentic type of Japanese style cup.
Yeah, with a bunch of little engravings in it to make it look like Japanese, and it looks like samurai stuff, right? It's really cool. I got that in Japantown in San Francisco at one of the stores there, and I saw it, and I was just like, that reminds me of the video game that we used to play. Dynasty
Warriors. Fucking the best, dude. Blue Boo.
Yeah. So I saw that. I was just like, yeah, I gotta get that for Nate.
It's dope.
I think sweet. Yeah, super exciting. But yeah, dude. It's our 32nd birthday. Can't wait for 60 more, whatever it's gonna be. Our 20s were great, but I agree with you that our 30s, I think, are going to be even better than that. And I don't think we're going to have many more birthdays where we're not physically with each other. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to your help and guidance through this pregnancy thing and this kid thing and all the things in between. So I'm glad that God brought you, put us together, and man, can't be more grateful.
From the womb to the tomb.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. It was really nice. It's a really nice sentiment when you're the one that's usually never serious. I'm just kidding.
All right, just bring a dump truck into it. I'm just kidding.
I'm looking forward to it. We're always here, of course, for you. This is going to be a very, very awesome time in our lives. Really looking forward to it.
1000%.
Speaking of which, hi. Want to come see Tito
let
Nick?
Me see.
Want to see Tito? Oh,
hi, Margot.
That's Tito Nick. Say hi.
Who's your favorite uncle? Who's your favorite?
Say hi.
Hi, Margot.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. She's usually either shy or like she just woke up from a nap.
He's like, he sounds just like my dad, kinda. He talks just like him.
Margot, do you want more? You want something over there?
Yeah. Tito Nick is gonna show you Code Red. Yeah, Code Red. Very good.
Yeah. She's just starting to get some language skills. It's a pretty fun time.
Yeah.
Woke up from her nap.
Oh man.
We're gonna enjoy the rest of our birthday here today.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. What are we gonna do? Get some pizza. Hang out in the basement.
Pizza.
Play with our toys. Big belly. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's what Rachel was saying, is that she loves the stage where like the babies have like their big belly, like they ate a lot of food, you know. And she's like, she thinks it's so cute.
And she's so like thin that when she eats and it gets full, like her limbs are so like tiny, but then her belly just sticks out like a beer gut.
Yeah. Aw. I'm gonna see you very soon, Margot. I'm gonna see you very soon.
Tito Nick and Tita Rachel.
Yeah. That's awesome. But all right, man. Thanks for coming on. Another episode, another year. And I'll see you soon and talk to you soon. And Margot, thanks for joining us as well as a special guest appearance.
Our first spot on camera. Yeah, happy to be here.
All right, man.
Thanks for the celebration. Love you and looking forward to everything else we were chatting about. Many more years to come.
Love you too, man. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Yeah, penguins instead.
Yeah, penguin. All right.